Hey, we're Bird Calls, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Akea,
And I'm Risha.
and we are back at it reacting to Season 2, Episode 2 of Silo.
Yes.
Juliette is not alone.
We're in a different silo, and Juliette's not alone.
We didn't touch on 18 in the last one, and we need to know how to move forward.
It was a very castaway situation last episode, so I am
Yes.
hoping we touch on 18 in this one. And the two things I want us to touch on 18 in this one, and I want us to talk to this guy.
Yeah, but I don't know. He seems real like, test me and I will chop you up. So don't.
Yeah, well, no, he said if you come in, he was being transparent. If you come in here, I'm gonna kill you, and that's fine. But that's what I'm saying. Can we still talk? Can we still commiserate a little bit? Like,
is there someone else in there with him?
And how many people have you seen? Because you don't seem surprised enough to see me.
Right.
Oh, okay. He's watching.
Oh.
Stop.
So he's going to be able to see all the way up until she breaks the helmet? Oh. What is going on? I know it said prepare for war, but he didn't do that?
Seeing that, probably, I feel like that would piss people off, wouldn't it?
That's the...
Hey, Judge. Had a lot of questions for you last season.
Are you Paul's mom? If Paul bursts in here and it's like, hey, Mom.
Please, stay inside, Your Honor. What's going on? The sheriff didn't clean that.
Nichols went over the hill.
I know.
I couldn't find you. I called in the alarm.
Announce an 8 p.m. emergency curfew, putting the sheriff's deputies under your command. I also need eyes on Nichols' father. See who he's talking to and who.
Interesting sheriff's deputies, so not under Paul.
I will be making a speech letter today.
Do you hear what's going on? People are saying it's time for another rebellion.
That's why they need to know what happened today.
What happened?
I know what happened. There are 2 people let down deep. I need detained. Take them into custody.
Oh, shit.
Please! Quiet! Listen to me! Come on! I just watched, the same as you.
She walked over the hill. That means it's safe.
No.
I want to go out too.
You can't say that! Please! Calm down!
But remember I said, I was like, what do you do if everybody says they want to go clean? Not you.
Give it up! You're in over your head! We got a right to ask questions!
Oh.
Oh, now you wanna...
Juliette Nichols was one of our own!
Then why'd you turn her
Thank you.
Thank you!
I did. Jules was like family to me, but I had to make a choice. They'd have torn our homes apart. They think we're dumb animals. We have to show them.
Something different after we cut off the power and shut down the silo.
We can shut the silo down once, and then they'll crush us.
Yeah, we're not gonna listen to lies anymore. We want the truth.
Oh, we are a house divided.
Which was only natural, I guess.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Is that walk?
Walk, yeah.
Most of us got jobs to get back to, don't we?
You gotta stop. This place is a tinderbox.
Is that an order?
Yes.
She's like, I'm ready to be the match. So shut the fuck up.
And at
But
some
it's wrong.
point, it is
It's
the
wrong.
lies that will wear on you. You know what I mean? So, like,
Exactly.
I can imagine it is hard to, like, just sit and entertain this.
And what's so fucked up is that they're not lying.
I know. Well, they are, but they aren't.
They're lying about being alone. Which I don't actually. I
Right.
don't know that they've. I mean, I guess yes, they've lied.
He
about
knows. He knows.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the most fascinating part of the lie, is that it's a lie, but not a lie.
Dr. Nichols,
You should feel okay.
the Anderson baby won't stop crying.
Pat, it's back. My daughter just walked over a hill, okay? Like,
that. Pick it up. Like,
oh my god.
Hold on.
Do you want me to?
Did this baby really just need to be picked up?
That's what I'm saying. And for her to say, do you want me to?
Hey, Paul.
The sheriff's department reports to you.
Yes.
It's only temporary, Paul. And we're getting the sheriff's department cleaned out. Bernard wants you and your family to move in there as soon as possible. Things to get back to normal.
Don't go in
She
there.
walked over the hill.
Yeah.
How are things going to be normal?
All of us acting coolly and calmly.
Am I still supposed to write my report on Nichols cleaning?
Of course.
I still haven't gotten your statement. Nichols saying she wanted to go out.
All right. Here's my statement. Bernard believed Nichols was in violation of our relic laws. Once he confronted her about the red-level relic in her
A
possession
relic he later destroyed.
for the safety of the silo. Nichols said she wanted to go out. As raiders came in to apprehend her, she ran. They chased her and caught her. That do it?
You didn't include the fact that you punched her in the stomach.
Why did she run?
She must have changed her mind.
Come on, Paul. But I guess that is the question now. It's like, is Bernard good or bad?
We can't just sit here when she might still be out.
Bernard is upholding.
There's only so much air in that suit.
What was the note you had me deliver to her? You said they're good in supply. Is that about the tape?
Why don't you leave me alone to feel like for a while?
No.
Yeah, it is a weird dynamic that one of you thinks she's alive and the other one doesn't.
It's not enough to just mourn.
Ugh. This is so bad.
What do you want?
I need to talk to Walker. Alone.
It's not possible. They all say they won't clean, and they all do.
She held up the cleaning pad, and then she just dropped it.
It's not possible.
Not even that.
What did she decide not to die too?
For you just to not watch it?
She walked over the hill.
I don't believe you.
Everybody saw it.
Do you want to get a second opinion? Maybe request the footage?
I mean, she's got very much the I gave up on life a long time ago energy.
Oh. Finally. Whatever that is.
You must know why I'm here.
More or less.
She know?
I don't know what she knows. She is the most confusing person in this island.
No, for real.
I'd make you a drink, but I don't want you to stay that long.
There.
Feel free to have one yourself, if you like.
No.
I stopped.
When?
No.
Today.
Is that concerning?
Clear mind can't be easily manipulated.
I'm speaking to the silo this evening, and I would like you to be behind me. As a show of unity, to reassure the people. I came here myself to ask, out of respect.
Do you know how she got over the hill?
The tape.
Someone was going to figure that out sooner or later.
My mistake was not sending Nichols to the mines when she stole it.
You're frightened.
Well, no one knows me better than you.
Do you imagine that an angry mob is going to break down the door and kill us all?
I'm not afraid of what I imagine. I'm afraid of what I saw. On the other side of that hill, thousands and thousands of bodies. It looked like the silo went to war with itself. That's what scares me. Because if it happened there, it could happen here. The order doesn't say anything about what to do if someone walks out of sight. Today it happened. The entire silo watched it happen.
So what are you going to do?
Well, that's what I'm here for, to figure it out.
I can't help you.
You were my shadow.
And then I wasn't.
This.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're hiding something. Well, I need your help. And if you're not willing to do it for old time's sake, then what is it you want?
In this story, there is an all-powerful wizard. He turns out to be a fraud, hiding behind a handful of cheap tricks.
So I'm a fraud?
I am. And at the end of the story, he gets into a hot air balloon.
Wait, you want to go out?
Flies away. Can you do that for me? Because if you can, well, then I'll help you. But if you can't,
Well, they cannot send you out in front of everybody. That's for damn sure. That would cause even more panic.
But the hot air balloon was not a punishment. It was him, like, going home. So, like, now you wonder, is there a connection point between the two silos that he can just casually, like... Granted, people should notice if she goes missing. Paul will notice.
I gotta lock you up. You need anything? Holler until somebody comes.
Ugh. Sorry.
So, what did you tell him? Not a damn thing.
I mean, you were the closest one to her. It would be but damn.
He knew it was the tape, so he just had to connect how she got the tape.
It's gotta be about the tape. The IT tape Jules stole was right? Walker and McClane must have switched it out with our heat tape.
Wait, you think Judicial knew the suit tape?
Who is this? They had to. We can get to Walk, find out what she knows. We'll have proof.
Who is this random person we've never seen that she's trusting with the most important information in the silo?
Yeah, but how does that change anything?
She's trying to start an uprising.
But that tape comes right back to me.
With what end goal, though?
That the tape, she's trying to expose the truth and get these people upset so they'll...
No, but are they trying to walk outside, or do they not realize that that's the reason she was okay out there was the tape?
I don't know if they've made the connection.
We're the only two people who know that for sure. Keep our mouths shut, we got a chance to brass it out. You old fool.
Maybe we should be whispering.
I'm damned if I'm gonna watch them punish you for something I started. Then they'll kill us both. At least this way we get to go together.
Oh, nice.
Romantic.
You got her an air balloon? If there's a way for her to walk out of here casually, that is going to be so deep.
We still don't know what that door is.
I am here to tell you that today was a good day. The first day of a new era. For as long as we can remember, everyone that went out to clean died on that hillside. But today, that changed. Sheriff Nichols asked to go out. She chose not to clean.
She's a traitor!
No! Juliette Nichols was a fighter. I disagreed with her about many things, but I respected her. Never more so than I did today.
She's alive!
No, I wish that were true. But she died a hero to the silo!
It's impossible!
Wait, but why is he calling her a hero?
I asked Sheriff Nichols if we could seal her suit with a new kind of tape. A tape recently
No. She sacrificed herself?
She courageously agreed. Proved that our new tape provided better protection against the dangers outside. And
decent play, Mary. Decent play.
What are we doing with this newfound discovery?
we are not finished. We will keep finding ways to make our suits better and stronger and bring us closer to our ultimate goal of safely leaving the silo.
Sorry. How do you know she's dead?
They're lying! Juliette discovered that IT was using bad tape on purpose. This isn't new tape.
Oh my god.
Someone from Mechanical switched the tape.
Hey! What's your name?
Juliette Nichols.
Oh.
She's one of my people.
She's under arrest. You need to step back.
Oh, whoa. This is your first time below 120?
But all these people are really valuable too.
She's just having a bad day. But she's one of the best techs in the silo. Hank.
Oh.
I'm trying to explain how I can't afford to lose Shirley right now.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her. That mouth of hers will get her sent to the mines.
Let me tell you one place I'm not going. The mines.
Damn, I'm nervous about Shirley's endgame, man. Knowing that it actually is poisonous out there, it's just everything up.
Follow her.
Was that Coop?
What's the mood like out there? Any incidents?
People are back in their homes. No violence reported. You turned it around.
For now.
You know you don't have to do this alone. If I was your shadow, I
The
could...
speech bought us a day, maybe two. Crisis is not over. I need you right where you are.
Are you upset?
He's just starting to realize he's not really that guy.
You
Oh, God.
are free to go.
Free to go.
You said Judicial had questions.
Yeah, they had questions earlier, now they don't. At least the mayor explained how Juliette walked over the hill.
I'm sorry, we're just letting them go?
It's a new kind of tape IT just came up with.
Don't go back to your apartment. So maybe they held them just to put cameras in their apartments.
It is interesting that they would claim a tape that they knew all of Mechanical knew existed.
Sorry I'm late. Anthony asleep?
Yeah, he asked where you were. They said, I guess Daddy doesn't love us anymore. Honey, I'm kidding.
Weird joke.
Do you not know that Juliette walked out?
The bad lady who the kid wanted to go clean.
Did you have a chance to talk to Bernard?
I asked him straight out, and he said I was too valuable where I was.
Blow off.
Even if it's not me.
We both know it should be you. What is he waiting for?
What if it's not?
Did you know Meadows was going to be there today?
I didn't.
I can't remember the last time she made an appearance.
Why do we keep looking at her hands?
They said she was in IT before she moved to judicial.
Did Meadows and Bernard know each other back then?
Possibly. Yeah. He was already head of IT. Why? You think he's talking to Meadows?
There was something about the way he looked at her today.
Come in.
Hey, what is this dynamic?
I don't know. This is where you're spending curfew?
I'm like, if they're about to kiss, I'm like, what the hell?
It's weird.
Thank you for your endorsement.
To be honest, I went there to watch you fail.
Oh, so she didn't get a balloon?
Fall down around you. I never thought you had any talent for politics, but in light of today's performance, I could be wrong.
And I think the cover story works.
It's ludicrous. But given the situation, it does what you need it to do.
Right.
People saw a miracle happen, and if I tried to tell them it didn't, some would buy it, but the mob saw what it saw. So now if anyone tries to tell a different story, then they have to disprove mine.
You need to give them something to believe in.
That is why I need you. On my way up here, I saw the same new graffiti 3 times. JL. The speech bought us a few days, but I can't manage this crisis without you. You're the only other person that I will listen to. I tried to find another shadow, but you set the bar too high. Earlier, I offered you incentives and bribes, and that was insulting. I apologize.
I want you to see something.
Hey, come into the light or we'll come drag you in.
It's me.
Oh!
What are you doing here, Cooper?
Knox told me to follow you.
He can't stop us.
I'm gonna tell him you're home by curfew.
Oh.
All of you were. I was Juliette's shadow. It was just us two in the generator room when everything was going. We'd be dead if it hadn't been for her. I'm here for Juliette.
Cute.
I want in.
Yeah, it would be cute if it didn't seem like they were like trying to lead them all to death.
Totally.
It would be really cute.
The tape was a lie. I know that Walker switched the tape
You
because
don't know,
she's...
girl.
God, this is the worst secret meeting ever.
They got eyes and ears everywhere.
How did you find us?
I followed this mastermind.
Oh my god.
None of you are cut out for this kind of...
Honestly.
Quit talking about the tape and Juliette and all. It's hazardous for your health.
You with us?
What are you aiming to do?
Right.
Find people like us. People who think like us.
So is that the goal, just to know the truth?
You won't get answers.
Then we fight.
They're ready for that. They're just waiting for one of you to make the first move.
Well, maybe some of the raiders and deputies will decide they want to know the truth, too.
Well, I heard on the radio there's some new graffiti growing up all over the silo. JL. Juliette lives.
Okay.
Good, because I think it's true.
If this is about truth, I'm for it.
First time in 25 years. I don't want to be drunk. I'll help you, Bernard. First, let me tell you what you have to do for me. Get me some of the good tape and put it aside until the crisis is over. I want what Juliette Nichols had today. I want to go out.
The thing is, she already said she wanted to go out.
She didn't say she wanted to go out. That was the first time she said she wanted to go out.
She wanted the hot air balloon. Same thing. The hot air balloon was just her wanting to leave, him wanting to leave Oz. She wants to leave what she's considering Oz. So she always said she wanted to go out.
Well, the thing is, I was hoping she had a specific place that she was knowing that she was going, not I'm just want to go out to see what it's like.
I think she was saying, you know more than I do, so you get me the air balloon to what you know is out there. And then he must have said, like, I can't do that, I don't have it. So now she's saying, well, if I don't have the air balloon, I just want to go out. So it's just interesting, but he knows. He knows there's other silos. He probably even knows the silos that are operable. So, like, she, I feel like, could be like, give me the tape, give me the suit, and give me the freaking map to the silo that will take me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I think the other silo would go for that, because how do you explain her appearance? But it kind of feels like the abandoned silo is the only option, because you can't have people pop up out of nowhere. And she's such a high-standing person within the silo that these people in the last, however much time has passed, have lost 2 sheriffs, the sheriff's ex-wife, the mayor, the sheriff's deputy, and it's like she can't be another person on the list who's just gone.
Well, honestly, it sounds like her disappearing wouldn't have been that big of a deal for a while, because didn't she just say that it had been a long time since she even made an appearance?
But eventually they would notice. Yeah.
Eventually. Yeah. Eventually.
I'm also going back to Common's wife. She used to be a raider. That's what that was. She was a raider for 12 years. So then I'm thinking about how Shirley said, what if the raiders have questions too? And we see Common and his wife starting to get more and more upset about him not being the immediate shadow. Like, there's something brewing there.
What is he lacking that he is like, no, I've never had anybody since you?
Well, if you think about it, anyone in this silo with people is a liability, right? So, like, you have the mayor, the judge who has no kids, no significant other. That is somebody who is completely dedicated. Right, I still think politics is completely dedicated to the silo. Whereas with Common, whatever, has a wife, a son. When she hit the fan, the first thing he did was send people to his apartment.
Right.
So, like, they're not the same. I will say Common is obviously very dedicated, but she had her whole life dedicated, and it clearly was like eating her alive, but like she was completely dedicated to this. I also like, you become someone's shadow and then you just change your mind. Like, that's interesting.
Well, I'm also like, dude, is there a romantic dynamic there? Because why were they all up in each other's face?
I don't know. Like, it felt like it.
No, but if the goal is truth, I'm cool with that. Just don't go outside.
Yeah, of course.
Just don't go outside.
Totally. But they don't know. All they know is they saw her live. This is what I would say. If they're logical, and we know people in mechanical are very smart, so they should be putting this together. If she needed the tape that bad, and it had to be the better tape, then she could not breathe without it.
I think it feels like they realize that, which is why they're talking about truth.
And Walk said there's only so much air in that suit. So I do think they all acknowledge they cannot just go running outside. But then that does beg the question, like, what do you want then? If you don't want to leave, what do you want? You just want the truth.
Well, but them also believing that Juliette's alive. That's interesting. So
well, you don't know what's over the hill. But that's why I'm saying, when he said Juliette is dead, I don't know how he knows that. If he can't, like, he needs to tell, we know that he could see through the suit, but they're not asking, like, wait, how do you know she's dead?
Well, I think he was like, that was the only time in the conversation he probably needed to kind of gaslight them, because the most dangerous thing is for them to think that someone is still alive out there. Like, he needs to dead that in its tracks. He can embrace everything else, but her still being alive is absolutely no go.
I don't know. At some point, you just kind of say, yeah, I'll give you a suit and some tape. Best wishes. The only way that Juliette survived is because Juliette's Juliette. Like, that's what I was saying in the first episode, is like, most of those people would not have survived what Juliette made it through. So that's a dangerous decision. Yes, you know that Juliette might be alive, but you're not Juliette Nichols. So that's why at some point, if you're him, you are like, I mean, I know he's not gonna do it, but you are like, yeah, I'll get you a suit and some tape.
Yeah, but we saw when a bunch of people decided to go out all together.
But
It leaves the silo vulnerable.
they didn't know the air was bad. Like, I get where they're coming from, but these people, at least the down deep, are aware the air is poisonous.
They don't know that though.
But I think they have to.
I
like
think
said,
I think mechanical
together.
But
That's
I
what
think
said,
mechanical knows that. Yes, I don't think the rest of the silo knows that.
I don't know, like, care that much about the rest of them, but I think that's why if that was me, at some point you are kind of like, yeah, I totally get why you guys want to go out there.
All right, that was an episode. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Silo with us. Definitely check out the rest. Catch up with us. We did season 1 all the way up till now. If you like what you see, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
We're bird calls, bird calls, bird calls. That's what we do.